Okay, so on the way out, I wanted to just Mick to share some of the stuff that he's got saved up in his house. Some of this stuff is really cool. So,
Well, some of the stuff I found in the woods back here years ago, and some of the stuff I brought with me from Bothell, because when I lived in Bothell, I didn't have electricity or anything there either. This is an old miner's pick and shovel. This frying pan. There was a flood down by the river, and the sandbar had washed away. And there was a handle of that frying pan sticking up out of the sand. So I couldn't pull it out, so I took sticks and I dug it out. It's got a hook on the end of it, into the handle. It's a frying pan that was made to hang on the side of a wagon.
wow, no way.
So somebody crossing the river in a wagon had lost that frying pan and had been buried in that sand pile for 100 and some years.
That's crazy.
And then this broad axe, I found it. It's a broad axe head. It's all hammer welded, blacksmith made, and it's got the blacksmith's initials on it.
Where did you find that? Do you remember?
Well, the property not too far from me, they were doing some logging, and when we were dragging the logs around, they'd come up out of the dirt.
Okay.
Still had part of the handle in it. I found that, and I also found this adze.
What is that?
An adze, it's for squaring logs.
Okay.
The old timers used to call it a shin hoe,
A shinho. Interesting.
because when you were working it, you had to put your foot down and lift one foot up, and so that when you hit a knot and that thing jumped, it didn't come up and gouge right into your shin.
Gotcha.
It hit the bottom of your foot. And that's a carpenter's adze. This here is a ship fitter's adze. This has a spike on the end of it, and that's for pounding the oakum for caulking. Caulking's when they're building a wooden ship.
Well, what's that doing here? A ship thing.
I found it. There's all these old tools.
I know you've got a lot. It's really cool stuff.
A bunch of old saws up there.
Yeah, I see those.
One of them is one big crosscut on the bottom up here. That was originally my grandfather's.
Oh, really?
My grandfather and my dad sawed wood with it. My dad and I sawed wood with it. And I had it when I lived up in Bothell. And it takes two people. It's a two-man crosscut.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out how in the heck I was going to cut wood. But I figured if I took a big chunk of inner tube and put a screw eye in the side of the building and fasten the inner tube on there, I'd pull back and the inner tube would pull the saw back.
Clever.
So I could saw wood with it. My neighbors all thought I was crazy.
Well, we still do. All right, I gotta end this so you can feed your dogs before they start chewing our legs.
Okay.
Thank you, Meg.